Hi, welcome back to my channel. Antoinette here, and we are going to do the St. Paddy's Tarot VR to, I believe it is A Life Full of Simplicity that might have started, or Cosmic Soul. Those are the two that has been mentioned because I've watched this on Forest Moonface, so I'm responding or being tempted to respond by Forest Moonface Cara. Screenshot what's going on here so I can see prompts because I'm being lazy. So if I put those there and bring it up, if you screenshot now, you can take those and follow on yourselves, because at this point I don't know if I'm going to get around to typing them in because I have to get out and about in a minute and I'm running out of time, so I'm being totally lazy. And just so you know that Cara has a deck out that she's created called Persephone's Garden, and the second printing is available for people that are interested from her Linktree. So that's Forest Moonface for those of you that are watching. Okay, let's go. Number 1, Enter the Rainbow. What deck do you have? Did you have a hard time finding or tracking down? I don't really track down out of print decks because I think they're overpriced and a waste of money. So ones that I have had a slightly harder time tracking down are mass market ones, and that is these 3 actually. Proved difficult at the time that I was looking for them to get hold of. This one, and I didn't get them. Normally when you type them into Google, you know, they pop up all over the place, you can buy them. And at the time that I was searching, I don't know what was going on. Either they had had a lull on printing or something, but all of these were really, really hard to find. So at the time of purchasing them, like these ones cost slightly more than the average normally. And this one as well, I think, has gone up in price. So these are them. And as I say, they're all mass market decks. I'm not actually sure who the publisher is for this one. But these two are both US games. Yep, both US games. And this is the original Tarot of Moon Garden, the white backs and the borders. So I really like this one. I love the white backs, and that image really is just fantastic. Love it. So that's that one. I suppose for those of you who aren't aware, because it's the new version now, isn't it? It is a really pretty deck. I like the cleanness. Now, I think when I did the unboxing of this, I had watched some really old unboxings, and I'd heard people talk about this having had a black border once. And I think that was how I talked about it, thinking that this was like a second version already, and the original had a black border. I'm not sure that's quite true. So just to, you know, fix that statement that I made, I think this is the original, but obviously this is a newer printing of it, and now we have it created without the borders. I'm not sure if that's exactly, you know, the intention or not, but it's a different shape as well. I think it's a bit more like the Deviant Moon deck, possibly. So that's that one. The Tarot of the Spirit by Pamela Joyce Eakins, absolutely phenomenal deck. So it does deserve to get a show. It's, the artwork is amazing, kind of soft based. The meanings of the cards, and you know what she's got in these, and the books, the companion books, wow, was all I can say. This sits up there with the Tarot of the Holy Light for depth and mastery. Just a fascinating deck, absolutely fascinating. So if you're looking for something deep, I recommend this one to anyone that's looking for a deck. We have those ones. The box is tight for this one though. And then the Housewives Tarot, I think I've seen this in like kind of love it and hate it piles. I think the concept's just brilliant. So you get your little book. I love this little book. The backs are like, you know, tablecloths. You've got your recipe card inserts in there to separate everything, but of course your deck generally sits like this. And then your suits are split in colours, so you can see what you've got. You can see where your minors are, your majors, and what you're in. And it's probably that card really for the deck. That's probably the main reason why I bought it. That is such a fantastic devil card, but it's so kitsch and fabulous. I do like this artwork. It's playful, it's fun. I love the tongue-in-cheek imagery in here, and that is why I wanted this one. It's not one I've got as I will read with it all the time. I mean, Temperance. I just think the concept behind it is absolutely genius. So that is why I put this one in my collection as well. But as I say, 3 mass market decks, all 3 of them ones that I had trouble tracking down. So it's those ones. When I found that deck, was it worth it? Part 2. All 3 of those, yes. They might have cost me £10 more than normal, but yeah, that was worth it. It wouldn't have been worth it if I'd paid loads of money for those. Shamrock Shake, what's your favourite snack when doing readings? I don't eat when I'm doing readings. However, this morning I did have a banana smoothie with a spoon of spirulina, almond milk, almond yogurt, and some flax seeds, and ashwagandha powder. And that gave a lovely green start to my day for today. Lepre Corn, do you own a rare or out of print deck? I actually do. I own this one. Love this deck. Talked about it a lot. It's had a lot of wear from me. A lot of use. Anna Turian's art, amazing. I was going to also pop the Tarot of Echoes in here as well, because I understand that won't be getting a reprint until it comes out mass market. But I don't actually know how many of those she put out into the world, because there's so many people waiting for that deck that there may have been more of that one created than there were of this one. I am unsure. So love this deck. It's a beautiful deck, and I certainly shan't be getting rid of it. And I will most definitely be buying the mass market version when it comes out. And you can see I've tabbed my book. This one, but love this deck. Fourleaf Clover. A deck you thought would be just another deck, but turned out to be something great. Okay. The Medieval Scapini I thought was just going to be another deck. Did it turn out to be something like amazingly great? No, maybe not, but I thought the artwork's actually quite humorous in this. So I have trimmed it down from that size. So mine's a different shape. But it's been created to be a bit like representative of the Golden Visconti. So it's been made to look like it's an old deck, even though it's not, which is something I've recently learned. I thought it was an old deck, but it's not. And really it was the artwork and the humour in the pips that got me laughing. So there's Ace of Wands. And that's why I felt like it turned out to be something great. It's our Four of Wands. Yeah, there's definitely some humour. 8 of Coins in this deck. So for that reason I thought we'd pop it down. So 7. So yeah, that's my Four-Leaf Clover. Number 6, Irish Whiskey, a deck that's always a party or celebration. Okay, so I can't do this one without something that represents some form of the tag, could I? It would be inappropriate. So I've got the Fairy Tarot. This is the Low Scarabeo one. It's got a rainbow, pot gold, and kind of mythical people. So this reminds me of Ireland. It's humorous again, so there's your party, and that is why I've picked this one. In fact, I think there is a Lepre Corn in here somewhere. It's like one. He's got his hat on, isn't he? grumpy leprechauns. Sort of one hiding in his tree. So these to me are kind of more leprechauns. I know they're fairies, but they remind me more of leprechauns with their outfits. And there is one other deck actually I think I've got. I don't remember what it's called now. That one white. So yeah, so here is my Irish whiskey deck. That's always a party or a celebration because there's plenty of fun and humour to be had with this one. That's the Fairy Tarot from Lo Scarabeo. And Rich Heritage, number 7. What deck in your collection has so much depth to it? Whether that's the art, the guidebook, or the reading. So for number 7, I've pulled out the Mood of the Moon Oracle for both reasons. The guidebook is fabulous. It's got lots of meaning to the guidebook. So it has the elements that runs around the corners. We have numerology. We have an astrology aspect. We have amazing art in here, and we have information about the art. So for the book and for the deck. So it's a big deck. What am I doing here? Some back to front in my deck. Okay, so this deck, because one, the way it's made, and then of course because we have, like I say, we have the artwork, we have all the symbols in here, and we have the elements, the 4 elements, and depending on what sun sign we're in, so it is officially in Western astrology Pisces, which is water. We would therefore be going by the element of water on these, so explanations leave more to be desired. So we'd use the element to go with the sun sign that we are currently in, or like I use it, shuffle it, and as it shuffles and comes out, the elements change. The cards sometimes change the direction in which they're shuffling, and when that happens I use what lands on top. So I use it in both ways, just as a plain old oracle or for the element that we are actually in and the information. So this is my richer than I expected. And then of course you've also got the artwork that you can dive into, because there's so many gorgeous images in here, and alchemical images as well that you can go and search, research, look into. So yeah, look at that bowl of soup. So that is my number 7. There we go, short and sweet. So on my community channel I have, or my community tab, I have added a link to the Storyteller page, because he's done a lovely story about St. Patrick's heritage. If you want to check that out, and I will try to remember to put a link to that one down below as well, just because it is the season to be jolly. And I will wish you all much love and light, and see you in the next one. Take care, bye bye.